Opetaia, 199.5. This is his 8th Cruiserweight World title defense. He is the longest reigning Cruiserweight title holder in Ring Magazine history. As both will fight for the inaugural Zuffa Boxing Cruiserweight World Championship. Brandon Glanton, 21-3, 18 big wins by knockout, of course undefeated, 23 KO champion, Jai Opetaia.
Wow, it looks like we have a fight, my people. Jai Opetaia and Brandon Glanton both make weight and look absolutely fantastic as well in today's Zuffa Boxing early morning weigh-in show. Jai Opetaia weighed in at 199.5 pounds, while Brandon Glanton weighed in at 200 pounds. Before we go into the physiques and the matchup stylistically between both fighters, I want to talk about something that I noticed. Isn't that Jai Opetaia holding on to the IBF Cruiserweight World title? Isn't that the IBF and Ring Magazine titles around his shoulders? Yup. My first reaction when I seen Jai Opetaia walk up and do that face-off with Brandon Glanton, I thought to myself, why is he still holding the IBF belt? I know technically, he is still the IBF World Champion until the fight goes down with Brandon Glanton tomorrow night, Sunday Night Boxing. As soon as the fight starts, he is automatically stripped. Why is Jai Opetaia still holding that belt? I would have thought he would have been like, you know what? Screw this belt. I'm going to throw it in my duffel bag, throw it in my goddamn closet, let it build up dust at least during this weekend. Well, he's still letting it be known that Jai Opetaia is still the IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the world. And as he's holding this belt, I thought to myself, could you imagine the narrative that could be pushed if Jai Opetaia was to still call himself the IBF true world champion compared to, let's just say, when the IBF, because they're stripping him, there will be a new champion someday. What if Jai Opetaia says, I'm the true IBF champion? Nobody ever beat me from my spot. I was stripped 2 times. Nobody ever beat me. I don't know if they want to do that, because at the end of the day, once he becomes, if he does become, the Zuffa Cruiserweight World Champion, we know Dana White and them want nothing to do with the sanctioning bodies. But imagine the narrative that can be pushed if he were to still carry around his belt. That belt, he gets to keep forever, my people. That belt, he gets to keep forever, put it in his closet, put it wherever he wants. If he walks out, carrying it with him, I don't think it's illegal. If Zuffa Boxing were to do this and allow this, now that would be absolutely insane. It would, it would be crazy. A lot of people would have a lot of things to say about it, but it would definitely push a narrative out there that Jai Opetaia is still letting it be known that he's the true IBF Cruiserweight World Champion. Now, whether that matters or not, that's up to the boxing fans to pick on. But it's very, very interesting, man. That might be just the last time, the last day that we ever see Jai Opetaia holding that IBF Cruiserweight belt on his shoulder in his career, at least for sure, probably in his career, my people. But
12 rounds scheduled. 200 on the nose for Brandon Glanton. He is the champion right now, undefeated, 29-0 with 23 knockouts. Jai Opetaia. 199.5, 199.5 for Jai Opetaia. So 200 for Glanton, Opetaia 199 and 1/2.
Both fighters make weight. Brandon Glanton looks like a goddamn tank getting on the goddamn morning weigh-in show. I said, damn, he looks like he's ready to go, man. And I'll tell you what, don't underestimate Brandon Glanton in this ring. anything can happen. This is a fighter who has never been knocked out in his career. You know, has tough fights with people, makes people fight him to the brim. He lost to Krim Billiam Smith in his most recent loss, but it was a great fight. Was landing fantastic punches against him. Sometimes I just think he smothers his power, he smothers his combinations, he smothers his footwork. Everything just seems to get smothered. And I feel like if he were just to take a step back, calm down a little bit, but, you know, keep up with that volume, you know, throw that pressure instead of just throwing 1, 2, 3, 4 combinations, throw, you know, a 6-punch combination, throw an 8-punch combination in there. Jai Opetaia is a guy who's been rocked before in his career. It is very possible that Brandon Glatton could win this fight against Jai Opetaia as long as he doesn't go in there reckless. That being said, I got Jai Opetaia winning this fight. I'm not saying just because it's very possible that Brandon Glatton has, I'm not saying he is going to win this fight. Anything can happen. But Jai Opetaia is about to go in here and probably knock the hell out of Brandon Glatton. Like I said, Brandon Glatton smothers his punches. One of the main problems that he has is he's ducking down. He takes his eyes off the opponents and is throwing punches from the hip. Boom, boom. Gets low and sometimes leans over. And I see a huge uppercut coming. This guy's open, just leaves himself open for huge uppercuts. Jai Opetaia, this is a guy who has a beautiful uppercut, man, and I think he could honestly land it on Brandon Glatton, a guy that you know who's going to come forward, leaning forward, especially if it passes the later rounds. Now, Jai Opetaia, like I said, has been rocked before with a record of 29-0, 23 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Is a southpaw fighter who fights like the European style, is on his feet, boxing his way with a nice jab, beautiful hooks, beautiful 1-2, beautiful left hand. From the southpaw position, has a good uppercut, good left overhook. Boom! I see him knocking Brandon Glatton out in this fight in less than 6 rounds, dude. I think both of their styles, this is going to make an absolutely fantastic showdown. I think Brandon Glatton is going to land a few punches that is going to make us go, oh. But I think Jai Opetaia is also going to be catching Brandon Glatton in between the punches, you know, from the outside. Because the thing about Jai Opetaia is he has great footwork. This is a guy who can utilize the ring, but at the same time, he likes to show that he's the dominant guy in there. He'll utilize the ring, but then throw a combination at you, come forward on you, try to show you why he's the better fighter in there. And I think against a guy like Brandon Glatton, both of their fights, stylistically, this is going to be an absolutely fantastic fight. They both look like they're in top shape. I got Jai Opetaia winning. It's going to be a left uppercut or a left overhand right hook. I'm calling the uppercut, though, in less than 6 rounds. Brandon Glatton probably going to land a few beautiful punches, but it's only going to be a matter of time before it comes. Let me know what you guys think, man. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel reporting to you, and I'm out.